You know, some of the people in my town might be judging me for a lot of the content I'm pushing out, like I'm some type of influencer. And let me tell you something. I want to be an influencer. But not to make money necessarily, not to, be famous or anything like that. I want to push out content and be an influencer on the level that, like, I hope that my testimony and my story and just my drive and my passion for what I'm doing, touches the lives of others. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you had asked me 3-4 months ago, where was I? I was literally praying to God that He would just take my life. And I've shared this enough the last couple of days with my pastor and that kind of, my husband even, and I opened up and, I told them that, by the end of my pregnancy, I was so bedridden with depression that I was reaching out to God and begging Him to just take my life naturally through childbirth, to just deliver my daughter safely into the hands of her father, and to just take me. That I just thought that all of my children would be better off without me, that my husband would be better off without me. And instead of taking my life, like I had asked Him to the day my daughter was born, He used it to, like, breathe new life into me. I ended up having to drive myself almost an hour to the hospital in the middle of active labor, to the point where, like, literally I delivered her within 30 minutes of being at the hospital, completely unmedicated. And I remember the nurses asking me, how did you do it? And my words were just, God. I had been through so much throughout my life. I lost my dad to lung cancer when I was 8, so I watched him suffer through the process of chemotherapy. My mom remarried less than a year later, where my brothers and I went through some extreme hardships, and unfortunately my mom didn't know what to do, and God bless her heart, she did the best that she could, and she knew how. And but it left deep scars on me. I ended up with my ex-husband, who I spent from the ages of 19 to 23 with, and I lost all sense of identity. I unraveled after my divorce on, like, this roller coaster of finding myself, losing myself, finding myself, losing myself, and I found myself with my now husband, and I still just was, like, in this rut, not trusting God, not trusting myself, not trusting the world, and this just moment happened for me. And so I'm sharing my story because I got a phone call, so I got cut off, but I want to share my story, my testimony. I want to share this journey with you guys as I heal my mind, my body, and my soul, all to the glory of God. We're called to glorify Him in all that we do. Whether you eat, drink, or whatever you do it all for the glory of God, is what we're told to do. And that's what I want to do. I want to heal my body. I want to heal my heart. I want to heal my mind. I'm going to say, I was a pessimist before, and now I'm a lot more optimistic. I'm a lot more grateful. I explained to my husband and my pastor that I think that I was so scarred by a lot of the men throughout my life that I was distrusting of not just people and myself, but also of God, because God is obviously a male figure in our lives. He's our father figure. He's our heavenly father. And because I had learned to distrust my earthly fathers, I did not know how to trust my heavenly father. And that's how the devil works. The devil works to break down our trust in the men in our lives so that we do not trust him. And that is no longer the case. I see throughout my life the way that he was working, regardless of if it was exactly how I wanted it to be or not. He was working, and he was there with me. And and I am now just, like, born again with this new sense of hope that I want to share, and I want to shout it from the rooftops. And like I said, people are going to make fun of me for trying to be an influencer, and like I said, I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this for fame. I want to share my story, my testimony, and this journey, because I want people to see how Jesus is working in my life, so maybe Jesus can work in theirs as well. If you guys want to know any more my story, get to know me. My DMs are always open. My comment section's always open. I want to be here for you guys just as much as you guys are here for me. So you guys have a great evening.